Guys, I just wanted to make this is an updated overview of the mobile app, so this may take a little while because we're going to try to go through a bunch of different stuff. So I'm inside the mobile app, and the things that you see with orange are jobs that have come over from Keystone. So I'm integrated to Keystone. If you're integrated with ISN, that would be the same. So these are my future jobs, and then obviously these are jobs that are done in the past. So click on those, you can open them. When they come over from Keystone or a scheduler, you have the ability to apply any template you want to them. So we could open up this one, and I'll choose my narrative style report. And boom. So now it's loaded, and then the hamburger menu at the upper left, if you click that, you can also swipe from the left. That opens up your chapters, right? So that's kind of how you can start a new report. Let's go home, and we'll start. You can also hit the plus mark below here to start a new report. So that blue plus mark will load new reports for you. But before we load a new report, let's look over some settings. So the search is kind of cool. You could type in like an agent or something and search through your jobs and find anybody with Sarah on there, right? So that's what the little search is up here. View my reports only. This is really helpful if you're on a team inspection. That way you're only looking at your own reports and not everybody's in your whole team. So that's kind of just helpful. If you're in a big team and you show everybody's reports, it's going to start driving you crazy because you just have too much data on your device. So that's for teams. The three dots at the upper right, if you click on that, there's sync with Keystone, or you would have sync with ISN there if you wanted to bring your jobs over from those scheduling systems. And then we've got settings. So there's quite a bit of stuff in settings now. So sync on any connection. You can choose like when you want to sync, so you could turn off syncing if you want. Require Wi-Fi for all syncing. That one's kind of helpful. If you are running Scribeware on particularly Apple devices, they can kind of burn the battery out if it's trying to sync all the time and you don't have a good cell connection. You've got some things there where you could, I'm on an Android, so I just sync all the time and don't seem to have any issues. So if you want to just do Wi-Fi syncing, you can help with battery life. Keep the phone awake until syncing is complete. If you check this, we try to tell the devices to prioritize syncing, but it's really tricky. Every device works differently. So I would check that, but it doesn't always work. And I'll show you some tricks around that. I really like the dark mode, but you can do light mode as well. So device rotation, you can lock it to the portrait mode if you want. I do not do that, but you can. These are permissions to allow Scribeware to access your camera and your mic and your photo gallery. I use the maximum size pictures. I recommend that. You can see, they're really high quality images that we worked incredibly hard on the background to manage data and give you super high quality images. You can have a shutter sound when you take a picture, horizontally flip for selfies, volume control, you can take pictures with. I think that one is fussy on a couple different devices. Allow zoom on focal short range. Actually, I'll turn that one on. Team visibility, view only my reports. Cache library for offline access. That can be helpful to just make sure your library is fully cached so that you can work offline. If you notice that your library is not loading on mobile, sometimes that can help that. It's not a problem we really hear about much. I don't think people use it much, but we built a button to try to help with that. Delete cache is something you can also use if you're just trying to clean up some of the memory. How the Scribeware mobile app works is, I think it's every 2 weeks we wipe all of the data that's 2 weeks old off of your device that's related to Scribeware. And that's because at that point everything's backed up in our cloud, so you could open up an old report and it would just reload everything. It's really pretty cool because Scribeware, all of the data does not, like if you take 500 pictures, it's not going into your phone's gallery, it's going into the Scribeware gallery. And that really has some huge benefits to just not, we manage the data on your device so you don't overwhelm your device with pictures. And that's really important with these super high quality images that we're producing. So anyway, that's delete cache. I don't think I've ever needed to use delete cache, but it's there. You can log out if you want to. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know really what the rest of those are. Okay, and you can check for updates and stuff. So that kind of is settings from the homepage. So that's kind of a good thing to know about. We'll reload reports here. Actually, well, I'm just going to hit the plus mark, the blue plus mark, and that's going to start loading my templates. And let's go ahead and I'll look for my narrative template because that's the one that I use all the time. There it is. Narrative style. All right, cool. So we've loaded a report. So now we're inside of a job, right? Before we were just kind of on the home page. So we could go back home if we want. We could look at the client and property info. This is where you can add a cover page. So we could take a picture of my dirty keyboard. And now there we go. We've got cover picture. And this is also on the client property information pages where you can publish the report. And you've got, client name and all that kind of stuff, but this is where you hit publish the report. Report observations. So these won't make any sense at the moment, but this is a great place to go to review your findings. So basically, as you start making comments, they will start showing up there. It's kind of like a summary page, so it's a great way to kind of, when the client shows up at the end, I'll show you when we've added some stuff. Needs attention is really powerful. This is basically all the required fields that you have set. So that'll make more sense when we're closer to being done. Sync status is really great. It tells you whether everything has loaded. So let's watch. We'll go ahead and snap a few pictures here. Take a picture of my hand. So now let's go to sync status, and I just barely caught them because they already uploaded, but there's still one more ready to load. So it says file uploading. So boom, now they're all gone. So or not gone, they're all uploaded to the cloud. They're also available in the gallery. So you can see let's look at the controls on the bottom here, but we can hit the camera to take a picture. You hit the X mark at the upper left to get out of the picture, right? So take a picture, you can get out of the picture, take a picture, you can snap a couple of them, and then the X box gets you out of it, the upper left. Just to the right of the camera is the gallery, so these are all the pictures that we've been taking. And then the little arrow on top of the camera, if you swipe up, this actually gets pictures from your phone's gallery, which can be kind of helpful. You can actually just add pictures from your native camera to Scribeware to a report. So that's pretty cool. And then these arrows at the bottom help you kind of navigate through a report. So we'll go to grounds, for example, and you can just start tabbing from section to section. So that's what these arrows are at the bottom. Cool. So let's just start on grounds. We could start reporting on some things. Address identification. This is silly, but it's actually a safety issue if you can't find a place. I live where there's some rural properties, and sometimes you really can't find them. And I end up getting pissed because I can't find it, and then I think it's a safety hazard. So I display it. Clearance to grade, we could say non-standard, and then this is kind of cool. So everything you see that's orange is linked to a comment. So siding too close to soils, right? That comes up everywhere. So I could do a long press on that, and that brings me right into the comment where I can now just take a picture, and we could take another picture. And we could just close out. Now, because I chose the comment first, every picture I took nested with that comment. We could also go into the gallery, the button just to the right of the camera icon. We could get a couple pictures and drag those in. So now we have 4 pictures. Let me show you some voice to text here, how I like to caption pictures. We'll click on these and you can open the first one. And now I'll use voice to text to caption pictures. Siding to soil contact was noted at the west side of the building by the entry door. Siding to soil contact was noted on the front of the building where the tree is too close to the building, period. Exterior siding is in soil contact at the east side by the back door. Mulch has been installed too close to the siding on the north side behind the garage. So I added all of those specific details with voice to text. So this comment is eliminate siding to soil contact. And I finished the comment with examples of observations noted during inspection include. Put my cursor there, and this bar scrolls around, so you can hit the little mountain, the button with the mountains on it. That's the magic photo captions button. And now I just made a nice little bulleted list. You could flag the comment if you want, and that'll help remind me to go, find that comment later on the desktop. So downspouts discharge below grade. Let's say they used corrugated drain pipe. I like to warn people it's sort of a crappy project. So long press, boom, I'm in it. Open the picture, snap a picture, and I'm done. So I got the picture with the comment. Now let's say I see something and I don't want to go find the comment. Maybe it's a picture of like something wrong with the roof, and we could just take a picture. And that'll just go to the gallery, so there's that newest picture in the gallery. So if you don't know what you want to say, just take pictures of things, and you can they'll just go to the gallery. And then let's say I figured out what I wanted to say. Let's go to hose bibs, right? Maybe there was something wrong with the hose bib, and now I'm navigating there later. So they were operating, and then maybe they were leaking at the handle when turned on, right? And so then we could go grab that picture on my computer screen and put it in there. The hose bib is leaking on the west side of the building by the entry. Right? And I've got this yellow as text replacement. The leaky hose bib at the entry side of the house. It leaked from the faucet handle. Maybe I don't need to change anything, but it leaked from the faucet stem, right? So there we go. Cool. Let's see. Let's say you wanted to add something else from the gallery. Let's go back to grounds. We'll keep filling out a report. So window and stairwells, maybe there was no stairwells. Maybe it's a concrete driveway with some gravel and a concrete walkway with some pavers. And there's a concrete and paver patio system. And let's say the patio, I've got a bunch of comments, typical cracks noted, right? And I could just add a couple of pictures from my gallery there. So boom, boom. Let's see some other things. The stack of books at the top is your library of comments. So I've got 214 comments here in driveway. So I could start typing in asphalt, and that's going to start finding a few asphalt comments. Asphalt driveways, ponding water in places. So boom, I just added that. We could go snap a picture. Now we've got a picture. We could go from the gallery and add another picture. We could annotate the pictures, so you could come up here and you could add an arrow. We could swipe to the next one and add a little ellipse, and we could rotate it. So those are some edit things you can edit. You could change the modifier. We could call this a future project if we wanted to. You could just type in more stuff. The driveway seemed fairly functional at the moment, so I listed this as a future project, period. So pretty simple to just add more text. Okay, so that's just annotating photos. So I had to pause there for a minute because Steve called me. All right, so we're done with that. Cool. What else can I show you? Oh, the heart button. So if you have hearted favorites, you can just click that heart button that's all the way at the upper right. And this is a cool way to add. I mean, look how quickly you can add storm downspouts discharge into corrugated storm drain pipe monitor, deteriorated gravel surface in the driveway. Be sure to keep catch basins clear. Let's see. Downspouts discharge near foundation, right? So you see how quickly you can just go through and add a whole bunch of different comments. Once you have these comments added, you can now add pictures straight from them. So corrugated storm drains. Now you can go boom and snap a picture. Catch basins, boom, catch a picture. What else? Driveway deteriorated surface. Oops, I wanted to hit the little camera. Boom, and grab a picture. So it starts being incredibly fast once you start getting your workflow down. And again, that was using the heart button. Let's see. Let's go under here. I didn't go under the 3 dots here. So this is where you can copy sections. So let's say I'm doing a house with 2 kitchens. I move to my kitchen. I go to the first section. And then I can do a bunch of different things. So I can copy kitchen, and we could call this kitchen studio, right? And we'll look here, then I'll click on here, and we've got kitchen studio. Let's go to water heaters. So I've got my first water heater. Let's say there's going to be 2 here. I'll just go ahead. So the bottom ones are copy chapter. The top 3 are copy section. So copy water heater. And I'm going to do ADU. And, oops. Sorry, it's a little hard to work because I have the controls for the video right in my way. So copy water heater. And you guys can't see the controls of the video, but ADU, so okay. And so now you can see we've got 2 water heaters. So really easy on the fly to copy chapter, copy section. Once you're in a section, you could rename it. So instead of calling it ADU, I could call it studio. All right, okay. Cool. So, then at the client and property information page, there's some really valuable stuff, right? So there's 3 dots at the upper right here. If you had a bunch of information in here, we were just playing with one, but you can open a published report. You can copy a published report link. So you can just copy the link to a job and email the report. You can open a map that will get you directions there. Email the client, call the client, text the client, email the agent, call the agent, text the agent. Copy info to a new template. That could be really helpful if you wanted to, say, do a separate sewer scope from the same job. You could delete the report, and then we've got some troubleshooting. This is where you can sync all of your report media or restart all of your media. By restarting it, you'll kind of like go through the whole syncing process again. Sometimes if you're stuck syncing, that can help. Or you can back up your media to your camera roll. So if you want to get the images off of Scribeware's gallery and put them into your phone's gallery, backing up media here can do that. So cool, that's all the stuff that is available there. So I think we're kind of getting through it. I hope this overview was helpful, but why don't I just fill in a little stuff? You can, if it's floor materials, carpet, hardwood, tile, maybe there was some sheet goods, maybe there was no settlement. You can see the orange things are my required fields going away, drywall. So then I could go to typical drywall cracks and blemishes, and I'll open up this comment. Loose tape seams, small cracks, displaced corner beads, nail pops. You can choose what applies. Maybe this was in walls and ceilings, right? And then you could go ahead and we could grab a picture or two from the gallery. We could snap a picture or two and add those. Oh, here's some stuff I didn't show you. Tagging. Gosh, there's so much to our app here. This is really cool. So let's say you're working as a team inspection and you want to just tag Dylan. So that's my name. So I've got this tag set and I'll fire off a bunch of pictures here. All right, and we'll X out of the camera and we'll go into here. We'll delete this comment because it'll dump. Then once I delete that comment, all these pictures are now in the gallery. But you can see that these last ones I took are all tagged with the word Dylan. So this inverted pyramid is cool. We can sort tags, so I could just look at Dylan tags and hit done, and now all I'm seeing is my work. So if you're working in a team, this is incredibly powerful. You can then get rid of the tags, and now I'm seeing everything. These filters are really powerful. You can hide media marked as hidden, sort with the newest media first, so that changes the sequence of your role. You can show media not used in the report, or you can show the media that is used in the report. So all these green check marks show media that I've put in the report, and I can get rid of those so that that's where it is. Sort media new first. This one right there. And now I'm only looking at things I haven't used in the report. So, and these tags are great. You can you can leave a tag set, and then you can see that it's showing one tag is set as I take a picture. But then you can also go and just clear the tags, and then it's gone. So that's the tags. And there's some stuff here for camera ratio, and the flash here is really helpful. I don't like the auto flash. I like to just turn my flash on manually. But if I'm doing a data plate or something that's like in a dark place, I'll just sort of turn this on, come under here, snap a picture. So love that. And we can look at that picture, but you know, even though there was pretty low light under my desk, it's still got all the scuffs from my desk. Okay, guys, we've hit 22 minutes. I hope this overview is helpful, and let me know. I can make another one if you want to know more stuff. Thanks.